So as you can see, most of the leaves are grape leaves on the beach, which I took and I sprayed and glittered and stuff, and hung stuff. So it's really a forest feel, but I didn't want to have the actual trees and the just. I wanted a little bit
unique.
Unique, yeah, very very different and very abstract, you know. Yeah.
So did it? Okay, the set setup then. Did that take a long time to put together, or?
No, about a day. Yeah, it's about a day. It's not just hanging stuff. That's the nice thing about material. You don't have to build and nail stuff, you know. So all this stuff is all hanging stuff. This is a costume that one.
I love this.
Yeah, think of
like
the
a
bands.
big like peacock.
Yeah. Again, it's all the night, representing the night. You see? You see the stars and stuff. These are the trees at the bottom. Because remember, this is the forest, and it's deep in the forest.
So did you have a lot of help with working with this material, or were you
Yes, just me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's easy. I work from my house, so every day I get up, I do 2 hours. Before I go to bed, I do something, you know. So I always have something to do.
Okay, so tell me now about the inspiration for writing.
Well, first of all, it's a children's book, one of my books. So I want to adapt. Yeah, so I want to adapt it to a play.
So people could go out there and buy the book.
And buy the book, yeah. But they won't get the play. The play is different from the book.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of expanded on the play.
Okay.
You know,
That's so nice though. You read the book and you get to come see the play.
Yeah. So the inspiration for the play is about Sparky. He was very different. And in today's society, you know, we have people who are different. You know, who are straight, gay, black, white, pink, albino, exactly, albino. And the message I'm trying to say is that we're all very special, no matter what. And Sparky is very special, and speciality comes from within you. And it's not what's glowing on the outside, it's what's glowing from the inside. And I think it's a very, very good thing for young people, because the morals in this about gang, because they were formed their own little gang against Sparky. It talks about friendship, it talks about respect for each other, it talks about bullying and not bullying. So all these things I think we need in today's society. And for me, the best way to reach people, I think, is through theater, because a live connection is much better than technology. You know, like TV and texting. People are in one party together, and the guys over there and the girls over there, and they're texting each other. You know? They're losing that commonality of coming to talk. So that's why I like doing these kind of things in the theater. And that's why writing is so important. You know.
One of the things I really liked about the play was the fact that you showed how much and how desperately Sparky wanted to fit in.
Right.
You know, he tried everything, so many things. He tried to change himself in so many ways. You know. So tell me a little bit about the end where Sparky kind of went into his own life. I kind of want to find out. I know that this is kind of a metaphor to something, but I know some people might be mixed up because it wasn't at first. There was no physical show of that light, and then there came one. So tell me why you decided to go that way.
Well, because physically.
Well, so.
Yeah, because it's children's theater.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you didn't have that sparkle, that light, because everybody has a light. You see, the fireflies have a little light. So if Sparky if I had the Broadway style, it would have been glowing. There would be a big light around him, and it'd be glowing. But I don't have the money to do that. So he has his own little light. But it's very, very important to see things. Kids want to see. Right? We as adults can, as you say, the abstract of, I feel the light, I feel powerful, I feel strong. But kids want to see something. So that's why I had him have a special light. And his light was different from the others, you know. So the light represented the inner light. But he did, as in the play, as you noticed, he couldn't see the light.
Oh, yes,
Sparky.
right, exactly.
He'd say, what light are you talking about? He doesn't see, but other people sees it. And that's
a great message. So how long did you said you adapted it from your book? I know writing to be published and writing for the screen are very, very different things. So how long did it take you to do that adaptation?
Well, as I said, it took me over 3 months to write Sparky, the play. But over a 3 month period to start. And writing a musical is also different because you have to think of music and think of the lyrics, and the lyrics have to be part of the play because you just don't stick a song in for the sake of sticking a song in. When you do musicals, the song has to further the plot or show an emotion of what the character is going through. So you have to write for the song for the play. It's just not putting a song in the play. So really it's dialogue in song. So overall, it took me about 3 months to do the play.
The costumes, they were simple, but they were very, very appropriate. Tell me more about how did you source your costumes?
Well, I made them all myself as well. Yeah.
Okay, including the bow tie?
Yeah, those things I buy. When I travel, I bought that in Canada, big clown. I have a lot of things I buy when I travel. I say, maybe I can use that sometime, and it comes in handy. The waistcoats I've had for a long time, sitting since about 10 years in my cupboard there, from Disney World. So, I had all these little things, and the little lights and stuff, I sourced them out on, in Canada, and stuff like that. And all the wigs and stuff, I bought all that. Because once you have something in mind, you start thinking, and you start seeing, you start looking. As a writer, when you start writing any subject, immediately you start tuning into what you're writing about.
Yes.
Sometimes you're walking on the street, and if you're writing about something, you automatically tune in to say, hey, that connects to what I'm writing with. Otherwise you'll just pass it straight if you're not connected with it. So when I'm doing Sparky, I think of what the set is going to be like, what the costumes are going to be like, and my head starts clicking. So anywhere I go, I'm looking to see, I can use that, I can use that.
And so inspiration is everything.
Once you start creating, once you start writing, you start opening up.
Okay, thank you so much. I don't want to keep you much longer, but thank you so much for writing this play,
for
writing
pleasure.
this book. It really touched me a lot.
Thank you very
As
much.
somebody who's grown up and has kind of been in Sparky's position at times in my life, and I know I'm not the only one. There are so many people with so many differences that they look at.
And that's why I think I want a lot of children to see this. And not only children, adults as well, because I think it's very important. It is not only children who go through this, adults go through this in their lives, in their married life. Sometimes in a marriage it's horrible. And, the husband is making them not feel special.
Exactly, or not feel like of a lesser person.
Exactly, or vice versa, So I think it's very important, as simple as it is, that's how effective writing is. That's why it's so powerful. And the stage is so powerful because the stage reflects life. And sometimes people might not, they'll come see the play, and it might not trigger something right now. But later on, lying in bed, they start thinking of the play and they go, hey, that's what that means. I get the message, but writing a book is the same thing. When you're writing something and you're reading a book, and the nice thing about a book, you can go back and read it over, I keep telling people that, in TV and stuff, you can't do that. It goes, and if you don't get it, that's it. So the magic of the book, and I'm really into books because I keep telling children, there's nothing like holding a book in your hand, and going to bed with a book, and feeling the book, turning the page, smelling the book. It just becomes part of you. Unlike texting or a Kindle. A lot of people are using Kindles now, It is so impersonal.
I know. I'm warming up to it, but I definitely know what you mean. Especially as a writer myself, having a foundation of there's an amazing feeling having a book in your hand.
And there's nothing like passing on a book. You can't pass on a Kindle. That's it. It's a Kindle, But to pass on a book, like my dad has some beautiful books, that he passed on to me, and I can see his signature in there, and I can see it was used.
There's nothing like used book.
This is a special book that my father read this book, and it's now passed on to me, or my mother read, So books, I really still push books.
And I also want to say I love what you said, coming to the end and you're addressing the audience, and you said that you really hope that people can push the importance of family theater and for parents and teachers and lawyers and doctors and children to come together and see these things, so that human interaction. So,
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And thanks for the support.
I shall support again. I hope that again will be another season. Anything else in the making?
Yes, I will play working out.
All right, fantastic. So when can we expect that?
It's going to take a little while. This is a big one.
Okay, but I look forward to it. There's a lot of fun hidden messages in your plays, like you said about the light not being I didn't even realize you couldn't see it at first. So I look forward to your next work.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
This has been WAG Spot with Miss Sherry Hamlet. She is our resident interviewer for WAG. Sherry, say hi to the folks.
Hi, folks.
Ricardo Keens Douglas, our one and only.
Hi, folks.
Our secretary, Shamal Copeland. And Mr. Isotonic View.
I'm Billy Francis.
And Mr. President.